Do you like mortadella?
I haven't had it for years.
Haven't you? I love it.
I know you do. Do you remember when you asked me to get you a kilo, half a kilo?
Yeah.
Are you in Oakley? Can you get me half a kilo of mortadella? And can you get me another half a kilo mortadella with olives in it?
Yeah. I like the olive one, but the kids don't.
And then I come here 5 days later and they're both gone.
Yeah.
You go through a lot of mortadella. Seriously.
Look how cute I was when I was a baby.
Every evening in Australia,
How much fun would that be?
more than 4 million of us choose to spend the night in front of the telly.
Seriously. I love it!
But have you ever wondered what other people are watching?
Twig! No.
Not just a peck on the cheek, is it?
No.
Find out what people thought about what was on in the last 7 days.
It's a lot of bananas.
Is that a euphemism?
Whatever, don't get technical.
This week we watched backyard renos on the block,
How is that a pool?
It looks like a giant septic tank.
enjoyed celebrity watching with Graham Norton,
Ryan, we need you to speak.
Definitely there more as Harrison Ford's carer than anything else.
and talented children continued to be a rating success.
This has gone berserk, you say?
We've finished exploiting adults, now we're going to exploit children.
Have you realised every single TV show on TV that didn't make sense, did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single TV show on TV.
Has someone that's spicy,
Yeah, of course. Makes good TV.
but it's also just not realistic.
Oh, spicy people everywhere.
Spicy City, yeah. Or someone who's a bit of a space cadet.
One of the two.
Yeah, like random enough comments out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Backyard Week on the block.
Last week we sat down to watch what is currently the #1 show in Australia.
Oh, the block.
The blocker.
Block the clock. Block the clock. Straight to the blocker for me after this episode. Got a bad case of renovitis. Take me straight to the blocker.
What do they do with these little houses? Like,
They sell them.
they look like little boxes.
That's the logo.
On Wednesday night's episode of Backyard Week, or as it has come to be known,
Pool Crane Drama Week.
series villains Ronnie and Georgia have just received delivery of a plunge pool.
So 10-ton Tessie arrived late last night and we haven't seen it.
They used to call me 10-ton Tessie.
Who called you that?
I used to get called at school.
So watching the crane fire up with 10-ton Tessie.
Every time I hear 10-ton Tessie,
10-ton Tessie.
now I'm a fucking fool.
She was a big girl. She was massive. I don't know about plunge pools, Kate.
It looks like a giant septic tank.
How is that a pool?
Definitely not going to have a Lebo barbecue at that house anytime soon.
Who's that pool for midgets?
You wouldn't be able to swim in it.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's deep, but how could you do it? You can't do a lap.
People don't do laps anymore.
Oh, so it's only to play in, is it?
Yeah. Well, have you ever heard, oh yeah, come over and do some laps in the pool?
It's called a plunge pool, no?
Plunge, you plunge in it.
Plunge. Well, I used to try and swim in ours. What a silly idea.
Oh, no. But over our house.
Imagine if it falls on the house. That'd be awesome.
That would be so funny.
Drop it on the house.
Please fall, please fall.
Is it too much to ask just to drop a pool on someone's house?
What are they? Australia plunge pools, and they've got to plunge it in. Get it?
Yeah. That's why it's called plunge.
You're an idiot.
With Ronnie and George's pool crane drama out of the way, it was next door to Sticks and Wombats.
Sticks and Wombats pool.
Their name's Sticks and Wombat.
Which one's called wombat?
The one that looks like a wombat.
That's the wombat, the one with the furry beard, Matt.
I did gather that.
Where there was an ongoing drama with a pool and a crane.
They've hit a brick wall. Literally.
Pool's not going in.
Thinking that all was lost and the pool would never happen,
It's not going to happen.
suddenly the pool was going to happen.
Come on, mate. Let's make this happen.
I bet you any money nothing will happen.
But then it was not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Wait, so what's happened?
It's going to happen. Why would you pour a slab if you're not going to put nothing on it?
But then it was happening again.
The pool is going in.
Can't believe this is happening.
And then not happening.
No pool. Why? Not happening.
What the fuck is happening?
And then definitely not happening.
Not gonna happen.
Oh, not gonna happen.
And in a final twist,
So I hope they tell us what happened then.
it's happening.
The pool's going in. These things happen.
But it wasn't just cranes and pools that were happening.
I think we've all had enough of crane drama.
To spice things up, they move on to a forklift struggling with a spa bath.
Felicity the Spa is going in.
Why are they all naming their pools? All the water features have names. You got 10-ton Tessie. In the boys, you got Black Betty.
What am I going to call out my pool? Anastasia's wet dream.
What's your feet then? You don't know?
Everything with me to do with sex.
I know it
sex.
has.
I could look at the block and make 10 sexual innuendos just looking at the block.
To find out what happened with the pools and spas, we tuned in on Sunday night.
Come check this out.
When the judges came through, Pool, hit.
I'm losing my mind about that pool.
I like that pool.
Spa pool, fail.
I'm not a big fan of spas. Such a bogan thing.
Spa-sized pool, big hit.
It's like a beautiful rock pool.
But isn't that pool like a spa anyway?
Okay, scores, here we go.
And to find out which pool, spa pool or spa-sized pool was the best, we just had to wait for Scott Cam to write down the numbers on the blockboard.
Who do you reckon's going to win
Oh,
this
I
one?
don't know. They're going to draw this out.
Oh, yeah.
Get on with it.
Oh, I love this show. Oh, I love this show.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm allergic to the judge's bullshit.
In the end, the nice pool won. The spa came last, and the spa-sized pool was somewhere in the middle.
Wow.
Well deserved. We're going to have to wait till next week.
I'll ask somebody. I'm not going to put myself through that again. Yay, look at you sitting up. Do you want a drink? Dribbly McDribberson. Goes forever.
Oh, she's getting it everywhere.
She's trying to be ladylike.
She's not.
She's just failing dismally. Oh, is that... Oh, Gruen.
Gruen.
Love the Gruen's back.
This week, we dived into the cutthroat world of advertising with popular ABC panel show Gruen.
No, 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 no.
Oh, no, not this.
You proper love Gruen.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm learning stuff.
G'day, I'm Williams and welcome to Gruen.
You love Will.
In a moment.
Who doesn't?
I can't stop looking at his hair. I can't take him serious.
He's not funny.
Time to welcome our panel from PwC, Russell Howcroft.
The last thing I want to do after spending a day working with advertising wankers is come home and listen to another wanker talk about advertising.
And from propping up big T-shirt, Todd Sampson.
Todd drives me nuts. He's real.
I quite like Todd
I liked him until he did that stupid show.
But he's going to shoot himself under the water.
I could have shot him.
First up, the panel examined one of Australia's favourite pastimes.
Gambling.
I've never understood gambling.
You may as well just throw your money in the bin.
My life is one hell of a gamble.
I gamble when I drive.
I only bet on sure things.
Me.
Oh my God, it's pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic.
In the past year, over 170,000 gambling ads have played on free-to-air TV.
Yeah, I think that's disgusting.
That's 465 gambling ads a day.
I never notice sports ads on TV.
Which is why every time I see a gambling ad, I drink.
Cheers.
And why after watching both games on the weekend, I'm still drunk on a Wednesday.
Still drunk on Wednesday too.
If I were a betting man, I would choose CrownBet.
What's with the awful chair? It looks like some sort of S&M thing.
This chair's almost as good as this one. I know.
I'd choose CrownBet.
I thought it was about a phone. And then at the end, they say gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
But do heaps with us.
Yeah. Lose your house, lose your car, lose your family, but please do responsibly.
With money on everyone's minds, the panel turned its attention to a scam of a different kind.
Early on Sunday morning last week, the Commonwealth Bank did us all a massive favour.
Commonwealth Bank will no longer charge people to use its ATMs.
Yeah, they took away ATM fees.
Yes.
Good. Finally. Thanks so much.
The banks decided to scrap the $2 fee, which could trigger savings of $500 million a year for consumers.
Why are they getting rid of it? Trying to look like they're good blokes?
It's about time. I still think they should have to pay us back all the money that we've already paid.
You're still going to get charged like $2.50 if you use it at the pub, though. Yeah, it's the only time I use it. Damn it.
Ali, banks aren't even open on a Sunday. Why would they make this announcement on a Sunday?
This news passes the Great Australian Barbecue Test, right? They want to announce something that people will talk about over a barbie Sunday afternoon. Right?
Seriously? They think that we'd sit at a barbecue and talk about, oh, the bank stopped the ATM fee.
Who goes to a barbecue every Sunday afternoon?
We're not going to any of her barbecues. That'd be as boring as batshit.
I would talk about it at a barbecue.
So much.
Combank was the only one ready to roll with brand new ads across online, radio and TV.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
You will, Gordon. There are thousands of me.
Bit of a creepy ATM.
I hear enough voices in my head without that thing talking at me.
I never knew banks had Siri.
Cash is going out of fashion. An estimated 3/4 of all face-to-face payments are tap and go.
Yeah, who goes to ATMs anymore?
When was the last time you took out money from an ATM? I don't even know if I remember my PIN number anymore. I know your PIN number.
The reality is that our lives have changed. We don't go into banks anymore to make transactions. I think
Only you do.
I do.
10 years we use online banking.
I don't.
We don't, you don't.
I work for banks, remember? When I first started, it was customers.
Well, you had tell us then, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's just about all for tonight. Please thank our panel, Russell, D, Ali and Todd. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Such a good show.
This show makes me angry. I love
Why does it make it angry?
I love the groom, but it gets me going.
I want to burn down a bank.
What did you do today, mate? Did you get your suit sorted or not?
Yeah, so I took the groomsmen to go get fitted for their suits.
What colour are you going for your...
For me? White. White jacket, black pants, black bow tie, white shirt.
And big balls to wear white. Go for the Tom Ford look.
Lebanese Tom Ford, here I come.
Yeah, that's it.
I reckon you look all right.
Yeah, I think
You might need to wear platform shoes, but you'll be okay.
Oh my God, what a security.
I love this show.
This is good.
This is one show you never want to be on.
Have you ever been stopped at customs or do you always get through? Look at me, mate. I always get through.
He always gets stopped.
For the random bomb check.
Random
So have
bomb
you ever
check.
been, and they always have to ask you, have you had this done before? Finally, I got one guy that just told me the truth. Instead of saying like the whole speech, he just goes, this isn't your first rodeo, is it?
This is like the most racist show that has ever happened.
Why is it racist?
Because they look and they wait for some Chinese person to come to go, gotcha.
Does this show any white people?
In fact, this episode of Border Security does feature white people. They can be seen here interrogating this couple.
English? No English at all.
We're ticking the first box of border security. Asian people bringing in something they shouldn't.
Surprise, surprise.
The passengers have acknowledged that it's their luggage.
Okay, what do you reckon they've got? They've got something like unicorns' testicles or something stupid.
Yeah, yes.
But unicorns aren't real, Matt.
Unicorns?
Unicorns aren't real.
Are they?
Oh.
No?
No.
Unicorns?
Yeah.
What have you
With the one thing, like a goat with a thing.
Oh my God, Matt, that's mystical.
No, they're running around in like Himalaya stuff.
Are you trying to be funny?
He's trying to be funny.
No.
Matt,
They're calling something else,
Are
though.
real.
They what?
Officer Kerry is interested in the contents of an unusually shaped package.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
It looks like a gun.
Didgeridoo.
It's a meat bat.
Rhino horn.
A banjo.
Fresh panda penis.
What?
she's doing charades.
Oh, yes.
Yep. I think she means a sword.
What? A sword.
What?
And it's given the all clear.
What?
The sword got no okay?
You can just walk into a plane with a sword?
A ceremonial
You can't even walk in with tweezers for my eyebrows. You can walk in with a sword.
Next, we saw a family from Samoa trying to walk in with an esky.
They are carrying a large cooler box full of
Fish.
Someone's kidneys.
Duck. Duck eggs. Duck eggs inside fish.
But Officer Denise is unable to identify what she discovers next.
Don't tell me it's a dead mum or something.
That one. What's this?
What is that?
What's this? Eel. Eel?
You?
Eel.
They look very sharp.
Oh, it's got a face.
It turned out that the eel made it through quarantine.
Your eel is okay.
What the hell? They got their eel in. I love when you get your eel in.
But there was plenty more marine life in that esky.
Oh, that's octopus.
Octopus. Yeah. Sea snails.
Ooh, he's got the whole cast of the Little Mermaid in the bloody thing. Where's the crab?
Sebastian.
In fact, all that seafood is fine to bring in.
Clam meat is not a risk.
What? Did they let everything go through?
But there is a problem.
It's not the shellfish, it's the seawater. Yeah, that's the problem.
What?
It's liquid?
Having kept Australia safe from this seawater,
They never find anything interesting.
customs officers turn their attention to this guy.
This passenger is trying to play Mr. Cool.
You notice he's got his little cross hanging out, so he probably thinks I'm going to get away with it. See, look.
See, you can't trust him already. He's wearing a thick bloody chain around his neck.
Officers suspect he may be up to something illegal.
Do you know the interesting thing about this show? Is that despite Australia being innocent until proven guilty, when you watch this, you're almost guilty first.
So guilty.
You're guilty until you prove to me that you're innocent.
Show me that you're
I
innocent.
believe there is something illegal inside the bag.
Drugs.
The man is read his rights and will be taken to a private room.
Would you like a legal practitioner present?
Green means heroin.
Heroin.
Yes! Sissy, he's got heroin.
The Australian Federal Police arrive and arrest the man.
Mate, your cross around your neck ain't gonna save you now.
4 kilos of Harry.
Big weekend.
How much is that worth? Street value, please.
I want to know how much street value. That's the best bit.
Oh.
Whatever happened into sticking it up the bum?
Yeah, that would have been his better bet, but $1.5 million worth. I don't know how big his bum is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I reckon Kim Kardashian would be good at importing
Easy.
drugs.
2 mil. She'll get it easy.
At Mick and Di's, Mick is trying Di's new watermelon rind pickles.
Careful.
Bit crunchy, is it?
That was interesting, Don.
You'll be pleased to know that it keeps for weeks in the fridge.
Oh, terrific.
Oh.
Nordo! On Friday, we wound down the week with a wound-up Graham Norton.
Good old flamboyant Graham.
Thank you very much, everybody. I don't know why Graham Norton has to wear such ugly jackets. Looks like he's got duct tape on his suit.
How wonderful is that?
Each week, Graham fills his couch with big names.
Who's you got on this time, Nate?
It's Margot Robbie, everybody!
Yay!
An Aussie.
I don't know her. The chick from Neighbours who's now big time in Hollywood.
She's hot.
Reese Witherspoon!
Reese Witherspoon is a fox.
I like her.
Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford!
I'm having an asthma attack.
I would do Ryan Gosling, but not Harrison Ford.
Wow, what a lineup.
Yeah, always has a good guess. Good looking couch.
Reese and Harrison, do you know each other out of show business land?
A little bit. I like Reese.
She just reminds me of like the early 2000s and all the teen movies.
Let's start tonight with Harrison and Ryan's movie. It is the much-awaited Blade Runner 2049.
I won't be going to see that. I hate those movies. They're so stupid.
I read about the character that Ryan? It's Ryan.
Oh, my God, he's forgotten his name.
No, he's trying to be funny.
Oh.
Gosling. Ryan.
Yes. Good, you guys got
Ryan. You got that on tape? Ryan Gosling.
It's like talking to you.
What a dad joker.
Yeah, he totally is.
So there must have been mentions of a sequel between... It was 1982, wasn't it, when it came out? So between then and now, so why now, why not before?
I guess because Ryan wasn't available.
What the hell old he is now?
Harrison, 75.
75? Oh.
So you are Deckard again. So who are you, Ryan?
I play, You want to feel that one?
I can't tell you anything about it.
Ryan, we need you to speak.
Ryan Gosling hasn't said a word yet.
He's the person I wanted to hear.
You know what they've all got to do now?
What?
Try to find Ryan Gosling's personality.
Man, he's so good looking, he doesn't need a personality.
He's definitely there more as Harrison Ford's carer than anything else.
Let's keep this nice, okay?
Indiana Jones, is it 5 is coming next? Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are they going to make another one?
Yeah.
I don't think he's too old. He's like too grandpa to be playing action hero.
Indiana Holmes at the retirement village.
Indiana Jones gets lost in the garden.
There's going to be that big boulder rolled in behind him. He's in the wheelchair.
After Harrison and Ryan were done plugging their movies, it was Margot's turn to plug hers.
I can't get over how pretty she is.
I think every boy that lives in this house has a crush on her.
I think every boy that lives in the world.
Of course, she's like my dream girl.
It's a very British film. It's called Goodbye, Christopher Robin. And you play Daphne, his wife and the mother of Christopher Robin.
She must have got better because far out she was awful in Neighbours.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
And she's a piece of work.
She's complicated.
Maddie, I'm picturing the wedding.
I know, I can tell.
His name's Christopher Robin. He was drawn, you know, he was photographed everywhere, so...
When I introduce her to Mum, she comes home for Lebanese food, and hey, Mum's my Aussie girlfriend. She's an actor.
Oh, God, that's so creepy.
And that is it for tonight. Please say you thank you to my guests.
Bye, Graham.
Love you.
Yay.
You love Graham Norton.
I do. It's the way he says things, and it's like he's insulting them, but he sort of is, but he isn't. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's like a roast sometimes.
He's funny.
At Lee and Keith's, talk has turned to their next holiday destination.
Where do you want to go? You want to go Italy, Europe. But whereabouts in Europe? So you want to go Italy?
Greece.
Greece? We should do that one time. We'll throw that into our, what do you call it?
Bucket list.
No, when they make a list or something, it's called
Bucket list?
No.
It's bucket list, Keith.
No, it's not.
It's bucket list.
No, it's not.
Things you want to do before you die.
On Wednesday night, on Lifestyle, we enjoyed the culinary adventures of Rick Stein in Spain.
Oh, that sounds like a nice place.
It's Rick Stein.
Who's Rick Stein?
He's one of my favourite of all the cooking shows.
I first came here when I was 8 years old to Laredo.
Do you reckon Rick Stein packs sunscreen?
Nah, he forgot it. He's English, mate. He has to get burnt when he goes on holidays. How will he show his friends that he's been on holidays?
Yeah, that's true.
But it means a lot to me because it's probably my earliest sort of gourmet memories. I was 8 at the time.
It's amazing what you remember from your childhood.
And I can distinctly remember really liking squid cooked in its own ink.
I always remember my mum's rabbit stew.
Grew up with the ropitas fay,
The stuffed vegetables.
the stuffed tomatoes and vegetables.
When you get older and you get nostalgic about me, will you think, what does Mum cook us at home that I really loved? What will you think of?
Vegemite sandwich.
In this episode, Rick visits a Spanish anchovy factory.
Love anchovies. They're very polarising, though.
Yum, I love them.
Sardines and anchovies, they're both from the same family of just yuck.
I must confess, I rather naively thought that little tins of anchovies were filled by a machine. You know,
Wow, this is done by hand?
Yeah.
No idea they were done by hand.
Neither did we.
So here's to anchovies and the ladies who pack them so beautifully.
Here you go, girls.
They're amazing.
Represent your chovy.
Back at his Spanish casa, Rick cracks open a can of anchovies.
This would probably be my favourite salad of all time. Well, certainly today, anyway.
You call it a Caesar salad here.
It's a Caesar salad with anchovies rather than chicken.
You have the soft creaminess of the eggs, the sweet saltiness of the anchovies,
Oh, he's wrecking it.
the crispness of the lettuce, the warm crunch of the croutons, and that luxury
Oh, how beautiful is that?
Oh, my stomach's grumbling now.
olive, that sauce or mayonnaise that transports you into a restaurant.
Dressings make me horny. Like, isn't that? It just tops it off.
I'm never making you a salad.
I make friends with people that share enthusiasms for food with me.
I could be Rick's friend.
And I make best friends with people that like chorizo sausages, Iberico ham, and Cantabrian anchovies.
Mate, we'll be best buddies then.
I'm just going to be...
Later, Rick continues his tour with some of Spain's finest.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Did he just eat their head?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is more Lebo than my dad.
Oh, sorry.
He just had a little orgasm.
I did too, watching that old man get into his prawn.
Today I'm meeting Floren and his wife Mercedes.
Is that his wife?
Yeah. Punch in. Absolutely punch in.
How's he done that?
It's the sideburns, man.
Look at him. He's got, like, English teeth. His eyebrows are like this. He got sideburns and a ponytail.
Yeah.
And she loves him.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how we clean.
Okay.
Over below. Like that.
I love it.
Come on. The only reason people watch cooking shows is for the sexual innuendos.
The Spanish love their fat white asparagus.
What went for your mind then, hey?
I like fat white too, but not asparagus.
Salud. Salud.
Next time I meet up with a Spanish version of Ringo Starr.
I love these shows.
Very good. Excellent show.
Does that make you want to go to Spain?
I liked that.
Yeah, that was really good.
I enjoyed that show, me.
I want to go to Spain now.
Oh, me too, and I'm starving.
When the girls were in the theatre play, what were they, Matt? A tree? No, the sun.
Oh, you always say that.
No, you were.
She was the sun.
I was not.
She was a tree, Matt. She was a tree.
You were
Yeah,
a tree.
no,
You like this?
No, I wasn't a tree. I was a
Weed?
Joey.
No, she was.
Joey, what did you do?
She was the Joey and I was the tree.
How did you have to act for the tree?
I don't know, like just.
Welcome to Little Big Shots.
On Sunday, Channel 7 served up its non-competitive kids competition.
I love this show.
Oh, this is the big shots. This has gone berserk, show.
We trawled the whole of Australia and the world for kids with amazing skills.
Basically, the kids that come around and do their talent, but nobody wins.
So we've finished exploiting adults. Now we're going to exploit children.
Every single one of them is a Little Big Shot.
Are you ready to be disappointed by your lack of talent?
Yes.
If so, then you're ready for Little Big Shots.
Welcome to Little Big Shots.
Oh, I like him.
Isn't he from the Dunning Show?
You're about to meet 5 siblings.
Yeah, Kenny.
Kenny, he's not going to ever be able to shake Kenny. Everyone will forever remember him as
Kenny, the toilet guy.
Please welcome the wrestling family.
The wrestling family.
They all look the same. It's Sound of Music stuff.
Imagine when there's not enough food at dinner with these ones. Get on the floor, wrestle for it.
Now, when you grow older, what do you want to be, Tiger?
A wrestler and a lover and a boxer.
Dad's like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
Get
you
it,
do.
fella.
What's it like being in a family that all wrestle? What do the other kids at school think about that?
I get the girls.
I should have got into wrestling when I was younger.
Ethan, you might start some wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play a little game called The King of the Ring.
Wrestle!
Harmony versus Lennox.
Geez, the worst thing about wrestling must be having to wear those horrible suits.
Wrestle. Who will be crowned king or queen of the ring?
Nice single leg by Lennox.
Come on, darling.
Get some off.
Oh, how cute.
How adorable is that family?
My niece would go on this show, she's 4 months old, and just eat so much that she spewed. Everyone would be like, oh, it's so cute.
Hi, I'm Campbell, and I make teddy bears for kids in hospital.
Since he was 9 years old, Campbell has made over 1,000 bears.
Wow.
No.
romantic. So, mate, what first inspired you to sew teddy bears for sick kids?
Well, it was Christmas Eve and I said to Mum that we should take presents for kids in hospital. So I said to Mum, I'll make them then.
I've got you, buddy.
That's so sweet.
What a nice kid.
How proud is Mum?
Seriously.
Tell you what, this looks so good on Mum. Well done raising your kid.
Oh, mate. Oh, have you raised an angel? I have.
This one was a winner bear that I made for Dad when he was in hospital. Dad's got cancer and having his surgery, and I brought this bear out to him and said, "This is for you. I know you'll win." It's just a good feeling when you give it out.
Have you ever thought about doing something for yourself? You know, what do you do for yourself?
This.
You've got to stop crying during
I know,
television.
that's so beautiful, though. He's such a beautiful boy.
This little big shot loves to limbo on roller skates underneath cars. What you're looking at is the Guinness World Record for limbo skating under, get this, 36 stationary cars.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to be able to get down like that. If I did get down, there's no way now I was getting back up.
That's a distance of about 75 metres.
Oh my God, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do a split. I would break my punani.
All the way from Bangalore, India. He's 7 years old. It's on!
But why are they bringing him in from other countries? I thought we'd just see Aussie hotshots.
No, it's only Aussie kids, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's from everywhere.
It doesn't say Aussie little...
Do you reckon it's everywhere?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to see the 7-year-old on. Go under these flaming bars.
You're joking.
This could end in absolute go down in flames.
How bad would it be, though, if you got on one of these shows and then you just couldn't do your skill?
Trick. I'd be all right because I've got personality.
Here we go.
I like the music. Like he saves the world if he gets it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah.
Woo! That kid is amazing.
He's done better than the Indian cricketers.
But can he read? Does he know his maths, his times tables?
That's it for tonight. We'll see you next time.
I like that.
Yeah, I'd watch that. That's
You
really
definitely
cool.
watch that one.
I'll watch it again next week.
It's really good that
I like the fact that it's not a competition.
it's not a competition.
The kids are cute.
But
They're
to
cute.
sit there and watch it for the whole hour, I don't think so.
At the Silbury house, Emmy has a question.
What do you want to do with my ashes? You'd have to buy something beautiful to put me in and have me on display.
Oh, I'm not going to have you on display.
I'll have you on display.
You can look at your children and say, there's the most wonderful woman I've ever known.
You are.
Yeah.
No offence.
Then it was time for a micro-education on the ABC.
Our world is not always the same.
Oh, I love David Attenborough.
I can listen to his voice all day.
Welcome to the fascinating world of the arthropods.
How sad will it be when he dies?
How sad is it that he couldn't even do his own fly up?
Over 80% of all animal species on this planet are arthropods.
Arthropods.
What's an arthropod?
I don't know.
It's when they have their skeletal system on the outside.
Skeletal.
Well, I really don't know.
Micro monsters.
In North America, there's a male with far less time to find a mate. He is a Nasonia jewel wasp. He only lives for 2 days, so his entire short life is devoted to mating.
YOLO, got 2 days to live.
So they're just born to breed, basically, and sting people. You'd want to have 2 ripper days, wouldn't you?
When he finds a female, he smears the sex hormone on her antenna. If she finds it stimulating, she'll let him mate.
Please buy me dinner and a drink first.
I'll tell you what the insect world is not about. Foreplay.
This female doesn't, and wipes his scent off as fast as he smears it on.
That's like swiping left on Tinder.
She says no, no, no.
She wants a long-term relationship like all girls.
He has no time to waste and moves on to look for another female.
He's gone to one pub, got the knockback, and he's gone to another pub.
This female likes his scent,
Imagine if you got off on this stuff.
and he mates.
Ooh, they're going to do it, Faye.
Next, we find out how Indian tropical house crickets reproduce.
She sits on top of the male. He responds by producing a parcel of sperm wrapped in a rich syrup.
Insect porn we're watching.
I don't know why I'm embarrassed.
As he leaves, the parcel sticks to the female's sex organs.
Why is insect sex more interesting than our sex? Like, it's like beautiful and romantic.
She eats the syrup,
Plain protein.
I wonder if it tastes like alfalfa sprouts and bleach.
and his sperm remains attached to her sex organs.
Well, there you go. She gets a meal and she gets laid.
The male's gift has ensured that he fathers her offspring.
He'll be off and finding another one.
Hey, why don't you go?
Yeah, he will.
Oh, sweetie, that was nice. Give me your number.
Its primeval instinct is to plant his seed. That's all it is.
So you're telling me
Plant his
you're telling
seed.
me you want to go and date other people? Is that what you're
Well,
trying to
no,
tell me?
because I'm not trying
during
to-
David Attenborough. Is it?
Praying mantises are so named because of their pious-looking posture.
Praying mantis.
I love these things. So pretty.
This male mantis, climbing up towards his potential mate, can have little idea of the danger that he's in.
Don't do it, mate.
The female mantis begins to eat her suitor.
Oh my God, how frightful. This is awful.
Holding his upper body in her left claw, she starts to chew through his thorax.
She's eating him.
It's cannibalism. Oh, no, see? Sick to man, buddy. That shit wouldn't happen.
Eventually, his head drops away.
I thought approaching chicks in a bar was scary.
You wouldn't want to go and approach the wrong girl. You just get murdered. Did you hear about Jad? He went and got a root last week, never came back.
But remarkably, this male isn't entirely dead. He's begun to impregnate her.
He's still pumping her.
Whilst he's dead.
That is sick.
The female has removed his head, and with it the brain cells that control his inhibitions. But his abdomen has its own nerve cells.
Because they're sick with this, not with this. Why do they need this when they're sick with this?
Cells that control the act of copulation, and they allow him to pass on his genes even in the throes of death.
She's having sex with a dead guy.
Typical male, still going, he's dead. It brings a new meaning to fuck me dead.
In reproductive terms, this male has succeeded.
Now that's dedication.
That makes so much sense. That is so there's the proof. I love it.
His death is a symbol of how strangely unfeeling the arthropod world can be.
So far, all I've caught from this is if you can distract a girl with a feed, you can impregnate her.
I love David.
God, he's good. David's taught me so many things in my lifetime.
It opens up a whole new world of life that we would never, ever see, doesn't it?
This week, art dealers Mick and Di are discussing the Archibald Prize.
It was good to see the result of the People's Choice. Arndo's portrait of Jack Charles. I reckon he's pretty good.
Yes, I do.
Well, you know, especially portraits. He does some fantastic.
Well, I mean, it was a predictable choice.
We also watched Foxtel Arts documentary series about the rest of Australia's most popular art award.
Oh, it's the Archibald. Oh, people who are far too talented.
It's the face that stops the nation.
Who's Archibald?
I actually don't know.
Archibald, who was the owner of the Bulletin.
Yep, when did it start?
First award in 1921.
Do you have to paint a person? The portrait can be
It's a representation of a
the
person.
person that they're painting.
This paintings speak to contemporary language about who the subject is. They engage with contemporary painting.
Do you know what art is? Art is creative writing. Because you can be as shit as you want as long as you can justify it.
It's like bringing together two worlds so we become one.
The way they stroke that last brush stroke.
And it's so emotive about the story that it's telling you. You know they are.
The Archibald is also completely democratic. Amateurs as well as professionals can enter.
Geez, some shockers as admitted, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they?
Oh, help.
It's sort of me from the first moment to now.
Yeah.
I think this is the 4th time that I mentioned
You could do it, Jessie. You could enter it. Go get your one and hold it up under your head so we can see how good your portrait is.
Merry Christmas.
That was... She only brought that home like a week ago.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maybe you can be in next year's one, Jessie.
I love that painting. I think that's what should have won it.
Another young artist hoping to impress is Tessa McConey.
Bring it straight up.
Oh my God.
Is that a painting?
Yeah. That does nothing for me, that painting, at all. It's hideous.
I feel extremely elated right now to see Trev in this space.
See, that's art.
That looks like a photo.
That is art.
I hate portraits like that. You might as well just take a photograph of the person.
It's a painting of someone's beard.
Oh, it's boring. It's like, I can paint hair. Hello.
It's judging day at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, and a team of trustees have assembled.
We have 11 trustees, 2 of whom are always artists. And then you have trustees who live with art all the time. So while, yes, they're not professional art historians, they are people who spend a lot of time looking at art.
So they're wankers.
Well, you say that like it's a shock.
For the first time ever, cameras have been allowed to go behind the scenes of the judging process.
It becomes a bit of a conveyor belt of the works coming before us.
Oh, and you walk through and they're like, yep, nah, yep, nah.
Okay, out.
So they just go in, out.
The next portrait up for judging is Tessa McConey's.
That's the best. I'm giving it to that one. Thanks, darling. Don't do it. You wrecking my hair.
That's Tessa McCorney. Has just been passed over.
Passed over.
You're kidding me.
Oh.
Unfortunately for her, she's out.
What the hell, mate? Do you even know art?
Great. It's bloody awful.
With all the judging done, the winner is announced.
The winner of the 20... Mitch Cairns with his portrait Agatha Goth Snow.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God, the guy with the broken neck one.
It's bloody Matisse knockoff. That should never have won it. Ever, ever, ever.
surprised, like genuine surprise.
Trust me, mate, no one's more surprised than I am.
I don't even like a top.
No.
Or a necklace.
No.
The rug's crooked, so it could have fixed the rug. Her head's on the side. Doesn't look like a proper mouth. Just looks crap to me. I didn't like it.
I don't get what makes good art.
It's always been controversial, hasn't it?
Always.
I just don't get art.
Oh, did she sneeze all over you?
Yes.
Hang on, that could be art. That could be art.
What are you doing?
That's the thing on your arm.
Leave me.
Thing on your arm. Yeah, that's what I said to you, you dice.
Leave me. Just everything's sexual with you.
It's not.
Just leave me. I want to have a rest, a peaceful night. Just go to bed
You
and just try
drink.
and sleep. Rest all the time.
You wish.
We all live together, protected by the rule of law.
The Foxtel series Court Justice Sydney takes us inside a real courtroom.
These are the men and women who deliver justice.
Oh, are we going to see the real court?
This is reality. It's not be interesting, I think.
There is nothing more real than what goes on in the courts.
The court should see so much stuff.
Why did you urinate on a poker machine? I had no idea that I urinated on it, Your Honour.
This is Court Justice Sydney.
I reckon this is a great show.
The first real court case sees a legitimate feud between actual tenants of a real-life housing commission.
Today, Magistrate Megan Greenwood is hearing a dispute between Housing Commission tenants.
Oh, God, could you imagine that? Oh, that'd be a joy.
Your Honour, she gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ramona Shurian and Bridget Campbell. Bridget has been charged with breaching an apprehended violence order.
She looks tough.
Yeah, she looks burnt.
Do you swear by Almighty God that the evidence you shall give will be the truth?
Well, I think it's a bit wrong in court that you actually have to swear to God. So if you're a Buddhist, because they're saying put your hand on the Bible.
I swear on the Dalai Lama. I'll rub his little bald head.
When you looked through the peephole and saw her standing there, what happened next?
I heard you pussy across the hall. You don't have a pussy, I have a pussy. Pussy. My friend will beat you and you will
They're not talking about cats.
Neither does your boyfriend have a pussy.
Just pausing for a moment. Across the hall.
You literally paused.
You pussy across the hall.
I'm sorry?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, it always comes down to the...
You pussy across the hall. We're writing everything down.
Yes. Sorry, you pussy across
Can you just repeat that? Say it again. Just say you pussy across the hall.
You pussy across
You
the
pussy
hall.
across the hall.
Across the
You don't have
hall.
a pussy, I have a pussy.
It's a long pussy.
You don't have a pussy, I have a pussy.
This is a legal proceeding.
My friend will beat you
With her pussy. Let's give the verdict.
Not guilty. I think she's guilty.
I can't look at this
Yes, I did.
court case seriously now because every time they open their mouth, all I can think of is...
You found not guilty after hearing.
What?
Bloody hell.
That evidence just sounds inherently not believable to me.
Let them all off. Let them off. Take them out for milkshakes.
The next case features an accused who is no stranger to the limelight.
Professional boxer Garth Wood.
Oh, he's a popular boxer.
I was going to say he looks familiar.
What has he done? When did he punch?
He was involved in a violent street brawl.
See?
Could face a jail sentence if found guilty.
Wow.
I reckon he's cute. I come here. You can fight me any day you want in the bedroom.
Christmas drinks. A mate of mine brought a friend. He was picking fights.
What sort of things was he saying?
Can I say it?
Yeah,
You fucking
heard that one before.
Sorry, darling. Okay.
But don't call me Dal.
Oh, don't call her Dal, love.
Out with each other.
What about baby? Can I call you baby?
That's a good one. We'll fall
I apologise.
out with each other. Don't call me
Your
Dal.
Honour.
That's a good one.
I call everyone Dal.
She might just say, I'll give you 6 months for the fight and 2 years for calling me Dal.
An eyewitness filmed the fight on a mobile phone.
Oh, wow.
The man in the striped shirt is a friend of Garth's. He's assaulted by another man before being pushed off the wall.
Oh!
Oh, God, it makes me feel sick.
That's
Yeah,
dead.
wait on. That's him now coming up.
Garth confronts his friend's now shirtless attacker.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, fuck, Mum. I'm not watching. If someone throws your friend off a brick wall and kicks him in the head, I mean, it's kind of open, isn't it?
She kicked my friend in the head.
You kicked him in the head. Shut up.
No, I just swung a punch. Kicked him in the head. He'd be upset.
But you don't do that, Keith.
You could have killed him, though.
Oh, boo-hoo, Mum.
Garth's fate is now in the hands of Magistrate Millage.
And she'll go into deliberate.
His friend was
This is a tough one,
Not
Matt.
guilty. Not guilty, surely. That's self-defence.
Shut up.
I am not satisfied that the issue of self-defence has been negated, and for that reason, the matter is dismissed.
Good.
Thank you.
I can move on with my life and, I'm a very happy boy.
I mean, like, I I don't think he deserves to go to jail, but there's other things you can do. Like, you could call the police, you can...
has to say, though.
Pull him off, you can...
Yeah.
Pull him off.
Pull him off. You could pull him off, calm him right down.